balancing the frequencies here, Spirit. Cleansing and balancing the frequencies here. Making these cards a powerful medium to read the truth and hidden secrets for the sign of Scorpio. Hello, everybody. This is Starlight Zone Tarot, and today we are going to be doing a reading for the water sign Scorpio. This is going to be your weekly reading, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you. Dear Spirit guides, dear Spirit, what is the major energy for the Scorpios or Scorpions or Scorpios? Scorpions. Never mind. What is the major energy for the sign of Scorpios? What is the major energy, Spirit, this week for the sign of Scorpio? This is a weekly reading, Spirit, for the sign of Scorpios. Please show us the major energy for the sign of Scorpios this week, Spirit. What is going to be the major energy for the sign of Scorpios this week? The major energy. What is going to be the major energy for the sign of Scorpio, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so we have transitioning here. Rebirth. Strong transformation, transformative energy. We can see there's something inside you that will feel old, and it's like on one hand we could see a birth of a child, on the other hand we could see a death of a being. So there's a part of you that will it's the old version of you that will be going through this state of rebirth, incarnation. As this new version of yourself, this innocent self, will be born. This is a very strong, intense rebirth that we could see here. Let's clarify the rebirth card, Spirit, for the sign of Scorpios. Why do we have the rebirth card here, which is about transitioning, Spirit? For the major energy for the Scorpios this week. Clarify the death card, Spirit, for the sign of Scorpios. Okay, so we have Seven of Pentacles in reversed here. This could feel like a sense of failure, a sense of not having any kind of achievement. You may feel that you have not really achieved anything when you look into your past. And this energy is kind of like going to trigger you into changing yourself. When you look at your past, you're going to be like, okay, what have I really achieved? I put all this effort. I did all the things that, but I clearly see that there's you. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it clearly shows me the story where you have been overly investing on things, putting work and trying so hard to have a sense of achievement there. But then this is going to feel like a dead end where you may feel like, no, I've not really achieved anything much till now, or when you look at your past. And this will help you to recognize that this part of you needs to go. There's this part of you that needs to go. There's this part of you that needs to go through a rebirth. Not go as in discarding yourself, but more like evolving that part, transitioning that scattered aspect of your being. So this is something, I definitely see a lot of shadow work that will go into the process of this transitioning here. Let's look into the place. What kind of place are you going to find yourself in as you go through this transitioning, Scorpios? Show me the place that Scorpios will find themselves in. Spirit, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, what does this place look like for the Scorpios when they look at their past? I believe that this is the past. What does that place look like, Spirit, for the sign of Scorpios with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Thank you. We got church, sacred architecture here, spiritual sanctuary. Spiritual sanctuary. Got the church card in here. You may feel as if, let's understand, this is a kind of little tricky here. Why do we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse for the sign of Scorpio, Spirit, with the church card coming here as for where they are going to find themselves in with this energy? Why do we have the church card here, Spirit? Give me one more. Okay, hint. We have Knight of Wands in reversed here. Okay. Show me what is this about, Spirit? Knight of Wands in reverse and the church. What exactly is going on in this situation? Show me what is going on in this situation, Spirit, for the sign of Scorpios. Alright, so we have got waiting. This kind of this makes me feel as if you have been waiting for people to come forward towards you, taking some kind of action towards you. But really you may feel as if you're just waiting. Okay, you're waiting, you're just praying. Maybe you literally were praying for certain things to be sorted out. Maybe you were consistently relying on your religious beliefs, or I feel like you may have been praying in the past for people to come towards you, for people to whoever this person is, you have been waiting for somebody, or you may have been thinking that there will be like a significant change here, but you were mostly just like waiting. Okay, you were waiting and you were praying for some kind of change here, but really you did not receive any kind of benefit from it. Like all that effort that you put in, you feel as if these efforts have gone into wane. And this is going to help you to transition. This is when you understand this part of you that has been might be putting extra effort onto just waiting for whatever this was, whatever change that you were expecting, but then recognizing that you've only been disappointed there, is going to lead you towards transitioning, towards understanding that this change is something that will not be found outside of you. Like, you cannot expect people to make that kind of change for you. This change comes from within, and with that realization, I guess you will be changing here, which I definitely see here in the cards. Let's look into the fear that you will be dealing with this week. Spirit, please show me the fear for Scorpios. What is the fear that they will be dealing with? What is the fear in this situation that Scorpios will be dealing with this week. The fear for the Scorpios. Okay. The fear is your intuition is your fear. Something that your intuition has been warning you about scares you. You are being warned by your own intuition. And it scares you. It terrifies you. Let's clarify the intuition card here, Spirit. Let's clarify the intuition card here with the Queen of Cups being here. Clarify the Queen of Cups, Spirit. Clarify the Queen of Cups. What terrifies or what scares? What is going to be the fear for the Scorpios this week that they will be dealing with? With this Queen of Cups energy. Clarify it, Spirit. Justice. Queen of Cups and Justice. Okay, so this is more about finding justice. It scares you. It scares you to listen to your own intuition and become stable. Find your balance, find your stability when it comes to your emotions. In order to have this justice, I feel like you will go through this state. Like I said, the major energy here is rebirth. So you would have to go through some kind of rebirth here, intense rebirth that we see here. A rebirth for your emotions. So really the part of you, the aspect of you that had been carrying those dark emotions, fears, those dormant codes, right? All of that needs to change. All of that needs for you to shift from. There's a shift that needs to take place here. But it also scares you. The fear will be like you already know like the process that you will have to go through in order to find this emotional balance. Okay, in order for you to find that justice. So justice is fairness. Things being fair to you. So you could you could find a sense of justice with yourself and people and everything, all the situation, any situation that you could be in. But justice shows up here as your fear. So it feels like you've gone through a lot of things, and somewhere your soul is crying for, like, there's a cry of your soul that I could hear over here, which is clearly like, I need this justice. The things have not been fair. Things have not been fair to you, Scorpios, because we're looking at the Seven of Pentacles there, and it's like a disappointment that you carry from the past. And you're like, I did put a lot of effort, I did do things, but this is unfair to me that, that I did not achieve anything out of it, regardless of, how much you put in there. But okay, so this is the main intense realization that you're going to have this week. Okay, let's look into your hopes now. What are the hopes for the Scorpio spirit? Show me the hopes. What are the Scorpios going to be hoping for this week? All right. You're hoping for grief. Why do we have the grief card? Ten of Swords. Why does grief show up as the hopes for Scorpio spirit? Clarify the Ten of Swords. Why is Ten of Swords shows up for hope? Six of Chalices in reverse. Six of Cups in reversed. You're hoping to come out of the past. There's a lot of hurt that you're carrying over here that I see with this 10 of Swords. You're definitely carrying a lot of grief, but you're hoping to come out of that past is to find your justice. Okay? There's a lot of past that shows up here, and you're hoping to fix something. You're hoping to it's more like I know that it's gonna hurt. You're saying to yourself that I know that it's gonna hurt, but okay, so you definitely know that it's gonna hurt you, but then at the same time you're saying that you need to go through this process of uh healing that past, healing that past. Like you already know it's gonna hurt. This entire process of transitioning is going to bring all that pain. You already know that. You're already hoping for that. Like, yeah, you know what's coming. But your intention here is to sort out that past. There's some answers that you need to find about this past that you've had. It's like, why? Or you're hoping to also you're hoping to come out of that past, okay? The past where you were waiting, for things to work out for you, but they did not. They did not. So here, with the grief card being in the 6 of Chalices in reversed, that shows up with the Justice. It's like you want to fix that past. You want to again, the word is rebirth. You want to transition from that past, and you know that transitioning is going to bring some kind of hurt and pain because it's coming. It shows up. It's like accepting why things did not work, because this is showing the 7 of Pentacles is not something that happened in the past. This is more like the consequences of the karma, consequences of everything that you have been doing. It's like whatever you have been sowing, you're going to be reaping that. So when you look into the past, you're like, okay, I shouldn't have done that. There are a couple of things that you will realize, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Like if I didn't do those things, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Or but you want the answers. Clearly, what I could see is I see that you are confused. Like what I'm getting is this confused energy. Like, okay, like you put a lot of efforts into the past, whatever the thing that you were working on. You were really putting in the efforts, but then you're not sure if you did the right thing. Or if you did, why is it that you failed, or why is it that you are with this hurt and grief? So you're like, I know that I'm going through hurt. It shows up as your hope. You're hoping to accept this grief, but at the same time, you want to find your answers. And with those answers found, you want to achieve that justice. Okay, you want things to be fair from now onwards, and you want to achieve this emotional balance. But again, this shows up as your fear, because you kind of like know the process that you would have to go through in order to find yourself in that place of emotional stability. Now let's look into your advice, Scorpios. What is the advice for Scorpios, Spirit, regarding their fears? What is the advice for Scorpios when it comes to their fear, Spirit? What is the advice for Scorpios regarding their fears? Okay, so here we have authentic self-expression, Be true to who you really are, and your life will change in the most amazing ways. It is about accepting yourself, becoming your true self, expressing who you are and what your needs are. Okay? This is something that will help you to find that justice. It scares you. I feel like you're scared of expressing yourself. There's a lot of, some of you I see that could be just avoiding to be your true selves. But then if you're gonna be that way, know that this is gonna scare you. This to find this kind of stability will scare you, as long as you keep sabotaging your true authentic self. As long as you sabotage speaking your needs, expressing yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking into this message first. Authentic self expression. Oh wow, just open that same page. Your soul is whispering softly to you at all times, but you cannot hear it. If you are not making a dedicated effort to check in and align with your inner self, with this card you are being asked to take the necessary time out to listen to the needs of your soul. Okay, so your soul is calling out to you. You can almost hear it. Like I said, you are scared of intuition. And what is intuition? Intuition is nothing else but your own inner voice of your soul, right? But it scares you. It just scares you because it's like, give me the justice. I want things to be fair. This is the voice of your soul. It's time for you to find justice. It's time for you to stop living in this place where you say that you're okay with the disappointment. You deserve justice. This is the voice of your soul. Are you living your life in alignment with your authentic self, or are you living your life based on what other people think you should do? To live a life of authentic alignment means follow your inner compass, stop making decisions and choices that are not honoring your integrity and your truth. When you follow your inner compass, you will show up in a way that feels genuine and makes you feel alive. Often in life, we find ourselves going along with what everyone else expects or needs from us, rather than prioritizing what is best for ourselves. To find your unique path and voice, get quiet. Go into a meditative state and ask your soul to gently guide you into step with the harmonious rhythm of your authentic self, your true self. If you were fully living your life for you and not for others, what would you do differently? When you stay true to who you are, who you really are, your life will start to shift, making way for new opportunities and miracles to happen. You're very scared. I know that you're very scared to be yourself. You're very scared to express your needs, but this is the call of your soul, Scorpios, and this is something that you need to tend to now rather than running from yourself, okay? Because clearly you could see that you have been waiting and waiting and waiting for it. But really, it's something that the outside forces are not going to help you with. I mean, that change that you're looking for is not going to come from the outside, but it's more like internal work. I'd rather say this is not external. This is more like internal work that you need to do. Okay, let's look into the advice for your hopes. Let's look into your advice for the hopes, where you want to find your answers for the past. You want to accept the hurt and pain, but also not be there in that past anymore. What is the advice for the Scorpio spirit regarding their hopes? What is the advice for Scorpios regarding their hopes? Okay, we have two cards in here. So the first one is perception. You're getting ready to have a shift in perception that will change everything. Okay, let me show you guys the cards now that I've been. Okay, so the perception card. Change how you see yourself, change how you see the world. It will require for you to change because I was like, why is it that you are hoping for hurt and pain? It's like you are like, I know I'm gonna get hurt. I know I'm gonna get hurt. This is gonna hurt me. That's your perception. You must change your. This is where you change the way you see things. Maybe the way you perceive your own pain. Okay. Also, you have lived many lifetimes and gained wisdom beyond your years. So you could be, uh, an ancient soul, an old soul, and know that this isn't your only life. Okay, you've had past lives, you've been through these things, and you do have the innate knowledge that you were born with. Okay, you exactly know that this is the place where you are meant to be in order to grow out of these things. Okay, so you do have the wisdom. And let's start by looking into the perception. There are many different viewpoints through which you can see a specific situation. When you practice seeing and understanding things from a higher perspective, you can let go of limiting ideas about what is possible for you. Okay, so I see that what you're perceiving is like, okay, this is gonna hurt. You are expecting this hurt and pain, but if you look at your hurt and pain from a higher perspective, you will be letting go of your limiting belief system, limiting ideas about what is possible for you. Your perception creates your reality. As you shift it, you also shift your reality. Is the glass half full or half empty? Is a mistake a failure or an opportunity to learn and grow? You get to decide. Yeah, whenever people get rejected, they always believe that it's like spirit's way to protect. Similarly, when you go through disappointments, failure, that you're still learning something, right? So there is an opportunity for you to do better. I mean, that's just the process of growing. You if you don't fail, if you don't make a mistake, and if you don't learn, I don't think that you can actually grow, right? Because we're not perfect. We're here in this earth school to learn. So perception is what will change the way you see your situation here. You're getting ready to have a shift in perception that will change everything. Something has happened or will happen that will help you to see how your perception changes or shapes your world. What you focus on and how you perceive things is what determines your reality, and not the actual experiences themselves. As you learn to view things through a lens of beauty, you will begin to notice more beauty in your life. The same is true for seeing limitations in life. Your eyes are more like this camera lens, okay? The way you see it, the more, the kind of camera lens that you have, life is going to um it's going to present itself in based on your lenses, based on your perception, which it is. So let's say if you have a perception that everything is messed up, you're gonna get hurt, nothing that you do is right, the world is a cold dark place, well, it will appear to you as a cold dark place. So it's really the way you perceive things. If you perceive mistakes as like, okay, these are mistakes, they will emerge as sense of disappointment, or you will be disappointed. But if you see those mistakes as the opportunities to learn and to grow from those lessons that you have learned, um, it will seem to you as if you're learning, you're growing, you're becoming more and more powerful, and it's going to motivate you. So this card suggests that an event situation is about to impact the way you view life and the world in general. Remain open to new levels of awareness in regard to what you think or perceive. So focus on how you perceive the world, because that's exactly how you're going to see the situation. Okay, so that is your first message or the advice about how to look at the situation, where you may be seeing certain things as like, oh, you did not achieve anything at all. Well, yes, certain things did not work for you, but that doesn't mean that you are a failure. It also means that it could mean that you have learned something. You have learned the lesson, right? You have learned the lesson. Maybe it is bringing you grief, but pain isn't bad, because with the pain, you now receive the wisdom what not to do. The things that you don't have to do anymore. And what are those things that you got to stop doing, which is sabotaging your self expression? That's something that you need to stop doing. All right, you need to stop sabotaging your needs, your the things that you want to express yourself. Um, yeah, things you want to express yourself about. Okay, coming from that authentic self expression, being true to who you are and revealing that to yourself and to the world in order to feel emotionally balanced and to receive that justice, to listen to your inner voice. All right. Old soul is your next advice. Let's look into that. You are an old soul who has lived many lifetimes and you are starting to remember them. You have wisdom beyond your years. You have experienced, from a soul perspective, the best and the worst life has to offer. I feel like some of you already are aware of your past lives, are already intuitive about what caused pain in your past lives. Where were you stuck? Okay, and past lives could literally mean like a lifetime, that you may have lived several lifetimes. It could also mean like past experiences, that you've been through. So yeah, so now you have become old soul because it feels like you have experienced these things before as well. And now you exactly know what to do in these situations. In this lifetime, you're being asked to use this wisdom for the greater good and all those you come in contact with. Your words are powerful. You say things that heal people on a very deep level, even without realizing what you say. This card is asking you this card is asking you to reconnect to that sage within. You have lifetimes of experiences and wisdom that are beginning to emerge. If you take time to connect with these hidden aspects of yourself, you will find that you have something of great value to share with the world. Notice when you are being called to do something new, perhaps something that you have never done before. For the same reason, feel so much familiarity with as if you have done it many times before. This is your sign, your official calling. So it could you could have this sort of feeling that you already knew what to do. Like you knew this all the way, that this was your path, or this was something that you were meant to do, or how to, like certain things that you may do feel like you've done it before. It may feel very familiar. And that's why you do have that innate gift that comes along with your soul self. Like over here, your soul, like listen to your soul. This is your intuition, right? Your intuition is like be yourself, express yourself. Why? Because this is something that you already know. Like your soul already knows this because of the past life. Maybe you didn't, maybe you learned that in your past life, how important it was for you to express yourself, right? How important it was for you to change your perception. These are the lessons that you already learned in your past life, and now it's coming back it's coming back to you. It's giving you the opportunity to walk on your soul journey where you do have this innate gift where you know exactly what to do and when to do it, because you're here at the rebirth. So you knew it all this time that you were going to go through this. And what are the steps that you would have to take? What are the lessons that you have to um accept, right? The lessons that you have learned, that you carry with you. That is a very intense reading. Let's look into your self-care message, Scorpio. Scorpios. What is the self-care message for the sign of Scorpios? What is the self-care message? How could Scorpios look after themselves as they go through this transitioning, learning about themselves, listening and tending to their soul self, learning to be authentic, bring in the self-expression? What is it that is going to help Scorpios? Okay, so here we have chanting, and this comes with the soul. Like, look how this card just, like, fell over this old soul card. Chanting, meditation, chanting maybe positive affirmations, prayers. And with the church card also being here, I feel like you could be very spiritual. You could be very spiritual, or somebody who is an old sage, somebody who knows how to meditate and chant. And maybe if you don't, you used to in your past life. But chanting is really something that will help you to awaken that old soul of yours, to receive more of those consciousness, and yeah, connecting with your old soul. Chanting is also going to help you to create that authentic self-expression, because here you're using your throat chakra, right? Do you see the girls there? They're using their throat chakra. The throat chakra is something that's being focused on here with the chanting card. Opening up your throat chakra with chanting, connecting with your old soul. So that's what I have for you for this week, Scorpios. I hope that this helps you in your soul journey. Take care. All the best.